Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. West here with this week's lesson. This week we're going to talk about shapes. I know you must have talked a lot about shapes in your kindergarten class. I know you did in my kindergarten art class. But we're going to talk about shapes in a slightly different way this year. I don't know if you remember, but there are two different categories of shapes. One is called geometric, and that's the kind of shapes that have lots of rules when you make them. If you want to make a square, you have to make 4 straight lines that are the same size and have what's called 90-degree angles in 4 corners. If you want to make a circle, it has to be a curved line, the same amount of curve all the way around until it finishes where it started. There are lots and lots of rules for these kinds of shapes. There's a second kind of shape. It's called an organic or free-form shape. You find these shapes a lot in nature. If you go outside and you pick up a rock, let's say, that's an organic shape. There are no rules for that rock to follow. It can be lumpy or bumpy. It can be curved or flat. Now, today we are going to concentrate more on the geometric shapes. And then next week, we'll get to the organic shapes. Now, there are many famous artists who love to use geometric shapes all the time. Here, let's see. This is the first artist I'm going to show you. His name is Paul Klee, or Clay. Some people say his name that way. And as you can see in his painting, he used circles, rectangles, triangles, squares. Sometimes he used to call his paintings magic squares. So he was a geometric kind of guy. The next artist I'm going to show you is named Sonia Delaunay, I think it is actually. And she likes to use circles and squares and triangles and rectangles and quarter circles and half circles. All kinds of geometric shapes is what she is known for painting. And then, of course, we have our old friend Mondrian. If you had me in kindergarten, I'm sure you have seen this picture. We did a collage of Mondrian in kindergarten. Okay, now today we are going to do a small collage of geometric shapes. So, what I'd like you to do is take a plain piece of paper. It can be color, it can be white, it can be printer paper, it can be construction paper, and I want you to fold it in half. Then at the bottom of the page, I would like you to write geometric. Geometric. Okay. Now, it would be good if you could have maybe 3 different colors of construction paper. And I have chosen to use Mondrian colors, blue and red and yellow. Now, I like to cut my pieces in strips because, believe it or not, it helps you to make geometric shapes easier. If I want to make a square or a rectangle, I can take my scissors and make a cut. It's not a perfect square, but that's okay. If I want to make a triangle, I can take another square, and I'll show you a trick to making a good triangle. I'm going to fold the piece of paper in half. And then I'm going to take my scissors. I'll draw a line where I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut from here to here. Okay, here I go. Whoop. Now, not only do I have one good-sized triangle, but I have two little ones. I think that worked out great. Now I'm going to show you a secret to making a trapezoid. Okay, I'm going to, well, let me use this size. It's easier to see. I'm going to make another square, or something close to a square. I'm going to fold that in half again. Oops, the sides have to meet. There we go. Fold it down. Oh my goodness, my hands are not working so good. There we go. I'm going to make a line again. This time I'll use a pen. Okay, straight as I can make it. Okay, so as you can see, I'm making a triangle again. But watch what happens next. Okay, here's my triangle. Now to make it a trapezoid, I'm just going to cut a straight line that way. Now I have a trapezoid. So, because I have cut these papers in different widths, like this paper was the widest, and this is the skinniest, I can make different sizes of squares and rectangles. And if I want to, I can make them skinnier. And I can make different types of triangles too, just by cutting angles on the paper. But if you like, you can always draw your shapes on a piece of paper like this. You can draw a triangle and then cut it out. Okay, so either of these ways that you want to make your geometric shapes, that's great. Now, one geometric shape that's kind of tricky to make is a circle. Circles are hard. If you draw them freehand, sometimes they don't come out as good as you would like them to. So what I suggest is maybe taking something that's round, like my glue top, put it on your paper, and trace around it. You might get a circle that you're happier with that way. Okay, and cut it out. So what I would like you to do is take that paper, put the word geometric on it, cut out, let's say 10 pieces. 10 different, they don't have to be different, but 10 geometric shapes, and glue them onto your page. Okay, I have more than 10 here. That's fine. 10 is a good number. Okay, 10 should be enough. And I want you to glue them on, and then you're done for this week. Okay, 10 shapes. If you can get 3 different colors of construction paper, that's great. If you do not have construction paper, I will have strips like this at the school for you to pick up. So if you pick it up from school, I want you to take 3 different colors. Okay, this might make it a little easier for you to cut your shapes. And that's it. So have fun with your geometric shapes. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.